Greetings, Masandawana. We are back with the latest installment of the Yellow Corner, the very first preview of the new year, and they did not come bigger than this, man. It's Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates on Saturday night at Loftus Versfeld in the Dstv Premiership, man. Raps, how's it?
Mnati ayizona.
No, I'm good, man. A bit tired. It's hot. It's hot, man. But yeah, no, you've got to do what you've got to do, man. Yeah, like I said, it's the big match, man. Probably the most entertaining DSTV Premier League fixture, man. And yeah, we're hosting Pirates. It should be a cracker, man. Just disappointed that it's a late night game. I do not like being at Loftus Busiwe here, but Red Ring, man. Raps, before we get into this, I think it's only fair we congratulate Bafana for bringing home a medal, a bronze medal from AFCON. In the last installment of the Yellow Corner, we congratulated them for making the semis. So yeah, big ups to the boys, man. We really proud. With that said, both teams, Pirates and Sundowns, had quite a lot of players in the national team squad. Do you think going into this game, both teams will field the Bafana players?
I highly doubt that both this team will field the players that went to AFCON. I think the only players that maybe might be part of the squads of both teams, I think Shalulile and Hoto, maybe they might be part of the team because of they were eliminated earlier in the stages of the AFCON. But for Bafana, I think it will be difficult because of we went all the way to the semi-finals and we had to fight for the third spot, which is the bronze medal. So I think the players that represented their national team outside South Africa, I think they are likely to be part of the teams. But those who were with Bafana, I don't see them being part of the team because of they arrived Wednesday in the morning and there were preparations before even they arrived. So I think for them it makes sense so Baskaba part of both teams.
No, I fully agree, man. I don't think we see any of the Bafana internationals from both sides, man. Both clubs, man, didn't end the year so well. Pirates lost their last two games of the year, conceded 6 goals in those two games. Sundowns drew their last two. Yes, there was a walkover, yeah, a game Solos that we won 3-0. But the last two games that they played at the year, they drew them. They dropped points, for the first time in the season in those two games. How important is it that how important is a good start to the year for both clubs?
I think for Pirates, I think it is important because of they want to close that gap and they want to be the first team that defeats Mamelodi Sundowns. But for Sundowns, I think like dropping points in 2 games in a row, I think for Sundowns is something that is unusual. So I think this game, that's why I think the team would want to have a great start into the year and get a 3 points because of we are the home team, and I think Sundowns will definitely want to start the year in a high note.
I agree, man. I agree. I think this is the last game of this game block, ne?
Yeah.
And we've already dropped 4 points. So it's important to end this game block on a high note, but at the same time start the new year on a high note and winning such a big a game. The mood in camp, it goes up, and it sets the tone for the year. So I think it's really important, or we start the year on the front foot and set the tone, like I said, man. Perhaps I was one of those who predicted Pirates to push Sundowns. I thought Pirates will be up there. The points gap between us and Pirates won't be that much. I even predicted this season. I do not think I predicted we will win the league, but I didn't think
Gap.
the gap will be this big and it will be double figures. They are already far, far behind us, man. Are you surprised how far behind they are? Because I really am, like I said, I really thought they will push us this year. I looked at how they finished the season. I looked at how they went about in the transfer market, not the one that just ended, the winter one, end of the season one. So I'm really, really surprised at how far behind they are. I mean, I looked at their form guide, man. It's not so good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they hardly ever win two games in the 16 games that they've played. They've only won two games in a row twice after game week 16. So there's a lack of consistency more Pirates, which has really really surprised me, man. Are you as surprised as now?
Yeah, and I think it's very surprising. You look at how they ended the season last season. I think they did very well. They managed to win the MT8 and they ended the season with the Nedbank Cup. And I thought them winning two trophies, it will motivate them to do better in the following season. So I think they've been disappointing. As much as this season they've won the MT8, but the fans want Pirates to be competitive in the league, and also the fans are said that they are not part of the CAF Champions League and they were eliminated in the preliminary stages. So I think they should do better with the squad that they have, man, and with how last season they played and their success last season. One thought that this season they were gonna come back as a different team, maybe develop even further, but that's not the case. So I think the coach has the pressure in the second round to do better and to collect the maximum points and also to try and defend the Nedbank Cup as well.
True, man. Let's talk about what we should expect from Pirates. I think they will continue with their 4-2-3-1 formation, 4-2-1-3 formation, which I think will be a huge mistake, more so against Sundowns. I think we will overload that middle field. Obviously, we'll have a River pushing into the middle field and will outrun them in the middle of the park. But I think they will continue with it, or maybe he might surprise us, Jose, and play Makehleni, add more steel into the middle field. Maybe Makehleni, the team, there's steel Mole and have Ndlondlo, But yeah, I think because I highly doubt that Mudau will play. I think Zugo Dunyona will make his Sundowns debut in this match. And I think they will target that right side because one, a new player at Sundowns in such a big clash, yes, he's playing in the PSL, but this is a totally different ball game. The pressure is really, really different. And in the last five of the league, Hoto has played at left back, and I think they will overload that left side and look for numerical and qualitative superiority. Hoto as well as Kim Vuid. You looked at how he played when we played them in the first round of the league. He came on second half and he played really, really well. And towards the end of the year, he was really playing really well. You look at the game here, golden hours. He created that penalty coming from the left. He got a goal as well in the very same game. And I think they will also add Maswangai more to play in the half space, more left there, because prior to the first round game, Orlando, Maswangai was playing on the half. Yes, he was playing as a 10, but playing more as a half in the half space, right there. I think he actually played on the left, so I think they'll have those numbers Kamole just to make sure they put pressure on Mdunyelo. And I don't expect them to start on the front foot. I expected them to do that in the first round of the league, and they didn't. So I think they'll be a bit more cautious. They will have those sporadic attacks, but I don't think they will go from the onset, try and go make it a basketball match with Sundowns, because they know once they do that, they will definitely be playing to our hands. And I think Kim Vudi for me will be key for them in this match. I think uh, like I said, I mean, we've spoken about this guy from his days at Maritzburg, and he's a brilliant, brilliant player. I think he's starting to find his foot. Go Pirates! He's adjusting and getting used to the demands from the coach. So I think this is how they will approach this game, more so on the left, our right, trying to capitalize Kamul.
Yeah, no, now I think Pirates having more regulars available, I think it might help them. I think they prepared with their regular players, and these are players that are used to playing together. And one thing I want to highlight is that I think in this game they need their goalkeeper the most, man. I think their goalkeeper needs to help Orlando Pirates to keep a clean sheet. Previously, he has made some silly mistakes where
Wait, which goalkeeper are you talking about? Because
Buteles,
all of them make silly mistakes.
yeah, the other one eliminated Ghana. Buteles, man, against Super Sport, where the cross was played inside the box instead of punching the ball. He didn't. He went out, but he failed to get a contact of the ball, and also the back pass where he failed to clear the ball. I think this is the game that whereby he knows that once there's a back pass, Shalolo obviously will try to press him, so it will force him to make those long balls to their center forwards. And I think in this game, their center backs they need to be disciplined. I think that is a brilliant center back, but because of his playing with a partner that lacks discipline, it makes him look bad because of every time Toki makes a mistake or he's out of position, it forces him that to move from his position and to cover and clear the mess in Toki's position, and also that it affects that as well because of he's forced to protect and provide cover to his partner. And I think Orlando Pirates will try to create chances from the width. I think they know that Sundowns is likely to dominate the position in central spaces, areas. But they know that they have the speed on the width. I think they know that Hoto can push forward, and also Makaringo is playing in an unfamiliar position against Super Sport. He scored, and against Stelis he had an assist. So I think they did want to target those areas on the side. And I think Ngondlo, I think his movement in the half of the opponent, they enables him to be in good positions where he can create chances, because of if he plays on the half of Orlando Pirates, the opponents they press him, like they force him to make those mistakes. But once he jumps to the half of the opponent, I think that's where he's more dangerous because of he can pass and he can create chances for the players who are coming from the width and those who are making the runs central.
Interesting points on Ndlondlo. I actually enjoy watching him play as a DLP, but I get what you are saying, him not being press resistant, But yeah, how can we, or what do we need to do to beat these guys?
I think this is a game where set pieces might be crucial for us. I think they might help us to get a goal because of I spoke about the goalkeeper of Orlando Pirates and not being not owning the box and trying to clear those crosses coming from the set pieces or the corners. And I think eliminating Nda or scoring from his position or creating chances around this position, it is difficult. But if you eliminate Koki, it forces him that to move from his position, and you can use that position of there and capitalize and maybe get a goal from that. And Orlando Pirates, one thing I've picked up from them is that sometimes that and Koki, they lack communication. You find that sometimes if the center forward drops too deep, both of them they follow him instead of one going and one staying behind to ensure that once they bypass Toki or they bypass in there's another center back to clear the ball. And also the team that doesn't cut attacks, man. I think team and Ndlondlo, they are easily bypassed in the middle field. I think they don't stop the attacks, and they don't protect their center backs because of I think they need, as much as on the ball they might do their work, but also off the ball they need to assist, and they need to stop the attacks. And I think Oyakana in this game, I think a player like Maema, I think will be a perfect replacement from deep. One being Orlando Pirates, I said they used their fullbacks to attack, and having Maema as an aid. When Pirates they start their attack, Maema will be able to shift from the left and try to stop the fullbacks of Orlando Pirates going forward. And also he can play in those half spaces like how Mudiba does. And also he can give us the duties of a winger, because if he can move slightly to the left and give us width in terms of playing those crosses into the ball. And also I spoke into the box, man. And also I spoke about Ndlondlo playing his own half. I think he invites those presses from the opponent. And against Stellenbosch away, when they lost 1-0, the goal came from Stellenbosch pressing Ndlondlo and getting a goal. And also in Orlando, where Stellenbosch won 3-2, there's a moment where he was pressed, but Stellenbosch failed to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys can tell it's gone a bit dark now. So I think all I did are Arabs, and yeah, we continue. I wouldn't know how. I'm not yeah, hopefully the lighting is much better. We can't switch on the ring light, guys. It's hot, man. From my side, man, I mentioned Tabaya River pushing up, so I think that middle field overload, River and whoever is gonna play six, forming a box lead 8, and as well as AB. If you remember, well, there are a couple of games in the AFL where you'd find AB even ahead of the 8, getting into those spaces, So I think if we have so many players in the middle field and they won't be able to breathe, one, we can form the triangle on possession. Two, counter pressing in once we lose the ball with numerical superiority around that middle of the park will help us, because I think pressing and counter pressing will be very key in this match. You look at in the last 3 games that we've played them in the league, we've scored 3 goals from either counter pressing or pressing. That last day of the year, the year before last, Apula when Nasir got injured, Mailula's goal came from Mbule pressing and dispossessing team. We then went to play them in Orlando. Mailula scored as well, and it came from us setting traps and pressing them deep in their half. In Orlando, got the first round, we counter-pressed Mbule dispossessed, and we were able to get a dispossessed Maswangai, and we were able to get a penalty. So I think we need to do that, because they are not press resistant, man. They crumble easily under pressure. And I mentioned their left side, it will be key for them, in attack. But with that said, it's a double-edged sword for them, because yes, offensively it will give them moments, but defensively, Hoto is not as defensive minded as Paseka Marco, you know. So we can use that space that he will vacate when he goes up to attack. And Kim Vudy is not the player who can rely on Hoyona to help you defend Kamole. So I think we need to capitalize on the space that they will leave Kamuka left thing, man. But yeah, those are my thoughts, man. Lineups, are you going first or should I go first?
I'll go first. I'll start Riyad Peters as my number one goalkeeper. My back four will have Dunyelwa, Gautier, Libusa, and Betuel. Then I'll have Zungu as my six. Then in front of him, I'll have Alande and Mayema. Then my front three will be Ribeiro, Shalule, and Mendieta.
You know, I swear to God, Dore, people most probably think, Dore, when we shoot these previews, we discuss the intro and stuff like that. You know, we never do. We never share notes. We never discuss the starting lineups, né? Because our lineups are quite similar. I'll have Riyad because I think on the ball he's much better than Dennis. You know, so. I think we'll need that a ball playing goalkeeper. Ne? I'll have the same back for assume Dunyelo, Riva, Libusa, and AB. Ne? I'll have Zoom at 6, and then my 2 8s will be Mbule and Alende. I hate not having Blesser in my team, and I always want to see Blesser playing, you know. But in this game, I thought back to the moments Mbule has had when we've played Pirates, you know. So that thing, you had that feeling, or maybe he might conjure something, you know. And my front three will be Ribeiro, Shalulile, and Sereno. Score prediction?
I think we'll win 2-0.
Okay, I think we will win 2-1. No, 3-1, man. Yeah. Before we end this, guys, there's a segment that I shot with Fumani from Talking Buccaneers. It's there on our YouTube channel, man. I was getting the perspective from the Orlando Pirates side. So please do check it out and please do subscribe to his channel. Yes, he's a rival, but he produces a real quality content. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and yeah, like, comment, and yeah, let's talk about your preferred lineup for this match and the score predictions. Next time you will see us will be hopefully on Sunday as we preview our Nedbank Cup last 32 match against Barcelona's development side or development academy. Until then, Shab Shab Masandawan.
Shab Shab Masandawan.